All right, how y'all doing tonight? Question is, are more people starting to realize that this world is fake? All right, I want to also not drop the phone while I'm recording because, my high-tech solution here is to just talk into my phone. I don't even have a decent headset, but Katie-PF 4 hours ago shot me a message about this guy on YouTube, and his video is Twilight Zone question mark, or am I losing my mind? His channel is EKE Acres. And let me just share with you kind of a rundown. Real basically is he just noticed that his reality has changed and he can't explain it. It's like this is his baptism into the Mandela Effect, I guess. I don't know I haven't listened to his other videos to see if he's in denial or what's the deal, but let's just play a few of his words. And if you want to, you can comment on his channel. I gave him a little comment. I don't know if he's going to, care or not, but I shot him a little comment. But anyway, let me play a couple minutes here. So basically, when you hear it start up, it's got this old, little guitar clip, and it's EKE's Acres and Outdoor and Homestead channel. And basically, he's going to describe to you, like, is he losing his mind because his reality's just changed. So let's listen.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Geekers.
Man, I don't know if I can boost this volume up any louder. This laptop's not giving me the greatest. I hope you can hear it. That's all I can say.
Had something tonight happen that was very, very strange. And I don't know how to explain it, but
God, that just sucks. It's not really kicking out. Let me see if I can find a better audio, because I want you to be able to hear what he's saying. All right, guys. Reality's just working against me tonight. This is my setup. I'm trying to get speakers to be a little louder. I've got it maxed out on this computer on my right, but it's just not coming out loud enough. I'm not going to be able to play much of this. The computer in the middle, I tried to play it on there, but I cannot get it to play. This is an error that I'm getting. It will not do it for me. So reality's just fighting me. I can't. This other computer I know has got a louder speaker than, I don't know what's wrong with this white one. It's never done this before. But and then I tried to go in just to find the comment of the person, and the dang YouTube wants me to verify. I mean, it's just nuts. All these obstacles, very frustrating. I'm still going to play a little bit of this, see if we can hear it.
So if I am losing my mind, then she's losing it with me because
So he's worried about losing his mind, but he's got a witness who knows what he's talking about too. So if he's losing his mind, his wife or significant other there, she's losing it with him.
I don't know what the hell happened tonight. But every once in a while, I go down to a restaurant that I've been going to for decades, you guys, many, many years. I used to go to this restaurant even back when my parents were alive.
All right, he's been going to this restaurant for decades. This is a little bit like the HVAC supply house that I'd gone to for 10 years, and then suddenly it was gone, moved, never been in that place before. He's having kind of one of those, but it's a little different. With him in this reality, the restaurant still exists, but the ownership history is different. So in this reality, the person who has owned it has changed. So let me see if I can find it. It's about 5 minutes in that he talks about, because he knew this owner for a long time. And I'm hoping you can hear this. It's very frustrating to have such bad volume. I'm up in Denver right now in the hotel room, and this is my little laptop setup. And this actually, is par for the course. I don't have the most. I'm not a YouTuber. Let's just put it that way. Okay.
And I just looked at him like, what? And he says, yeah, he says, I remember coming down here when I was a little kid. And he says, and we're selling the restaurant. He says, we bought it off Brenda 17 years ago. No. I just saw Brenda bartending at the same restaurant that we were at tonight just a month and a half ago, and she was asking me about my brother's wife and how she's been doing, because she knew my brother and his wife. And she knew other members of my family. She remembered my dad, she remembered my mom, she always has remembered me. And he said, we bought it off Brenda 17 years ago. He says, my mom and dad, Kathy and Jamie, are selling it. He says, after 17 years of ownership.
All right, so there, I hope you heard that. He's saying that this person he's known, this person that just a month ago he had been talking to, and she was the owner at that time. In this reality, she sold the business to these other people 17 years ago. So his memories of his conversations with her, all of that stuff is doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit this reality. So, of course, maybe the guy's just making it up. Maybe he's just one of these guys that is looking for clicks. You know, that's always a possibility. I mean, who's to say? You know, people don't know me when I post my experiences, so they don't know if I'm making this stuff up. I mean, people that have been listening to me for a while, they get a sense for my sincerity. They get a sense for me trying to, like, say this is the most mind-blowing thing that's ever happened to me, and my testimony is consistent. It's changed my life. Many other people have experienced the same thing. So I had to give him a little, word of encouragement, like that. Yeah, this is what happens, dude. You're just noticing that reality's changed. So looking at his videos on his site, his channel is dedicated to homesteading and outdoor stuff. So if you look at this, it appears like this occurred to him. This video that I just played a little bit of, it was posted 8 days ago. And then after that, he's posted like the next day and the next day. And he said the next one is part 2, Twilight Zone. Then his next video, is it just me or do you feel the same? And then he says, he talks about camping again. He goes back to camping, and then he's talking about lies on YouTube, and he talks about the Mandela Effect being real 6 hours ago. So he's talking about the Mandela. He's discovered the Mandela Effect. Then he talks about living multiple lives. So he's turned, his channel is on the verge of becoming a spiritual focused, waking up to reality type channel. This has happened like Moneybags. He had a financial channel about gold investing, and his channel switched gears completely after the Mandela Effect. I mean, I didn't even have a channel. I didn't want to have a channel. I mean, I'd posted stuff on YouTube about HVAC repair, but I didn't have a channel. I didn't become serious about documenting my experience until this life-changing event happened. So it's very possible this guy has just had a life-changing event. It looks like that because I'm just looking at his past videos, and it's just about general life and him just talking to the camera. It reminds me of when I first started watching Suso, and he was just walking in the woods talking, and I think he's just on his spiritual journey, and he's realizing, I think a lot of people, my theory is a lot of people are waking up and realizing something's happened. Reality, I mean, the whole veil is disappearing, and people are starting to realize what's going on. This place is a playground. It's not real. It's just, it looks real, it feels real, and we have sensations, but it's not. There's definitely a lot going on behind the scenes that our modern day scientists don't know how to account for, don't want to account for. And our spiritual leaders don't want to acknowledge it. But something is painfully obvious to so many people. And this is where I talk about it. In the last video, I talked about how powerful testimonies are. And let me go back to that video just for a second. So I'm looking at some of the comments, and there's only 11 comments, not much, but I wanted to respond to this one comment. I agree, but then you would have to submit that. So in the video, I'm saying your testimony should be valid. If you're going to be a Christian and have a testimony about Christ, you can't say that we're not allowed to have a testimony about the Mandela Effect. You can't discount it. So he says, I submit that also goes for spiritual experiences and gifts in these last days. Also, anyone who will demonize fellow brethren based on their testimonies, especially if they are awake, has a lot to answer for. Okay, first of all, let me make a differentiation here between what I was saying in my last video. I'm not saying that it's not just like a few people have a testimony that reality has changed. It's like this guy in this video that I'm showing you. He's like one of hundreds of thousands of people around the world who are just waking up and realizing this is impossible. This place that I live in is impossible. This cannot be happening. They're waking up in hundreds of thousands of cases. And let's just go back to strong memories of how many millions of people would hand on the Bible swear that they remember Berenstain Bears, or Lucy, you've got some splaining to do, or mirror, mirror on the wall. How many millions of testimonies? We're talking such of a vast quantity of testimonies of people who strongly remember reality being different. And then you've got people like me who are having, memories about a place I shopped at for 10 years. And I know that I know it as well as I know my mother's maiden name. I know this stuff. You can't tell me that I just somehow misremembered. That's BS. I cannot tolerate that as an excuse or explanation as to what's going on here. And I am not alone. Just like this guy, I am with him and so many other people who are saying, this is impossible. I'm telling you, what is happening is not possible. It's millions of people on some things remembering it the same. And then, I hate to say it, but so many people go into a brain fog or denial. They get the update, whatever it is, their system will not allow them to accept that they are living in a fake reality. But for whatever reason, many of us have come to accept it. We cannot deny it. We are not in spiritual denial about it. We understand what this is, and we acknowledge it. And we share our testimony on the internet because it's the easiest thing to do. Here I'm traveling around the world, but I have the convenience in my hotel room of just talking into my cell phone and sharing my experiences. Nothing lately, by the way. Nothing mind-blowing, except that I know nothing is a coincidence. Reality happening around me, it's all something's going on behind it. Something more is going behind it besides random chance. Anyway, I don't want to beat a dead horse here. I'm just had to share that. Just had to get that off my chest. This guy's having this life-changing experience. I hope he connects with me and talks about his experience some more. We definitely have a community of people who are recognizing all of these things. On other topics, I guess the nation is in a heat wave, but I've had a beautiful week because I'm up here in Denver and it's like 60s and 70s. I had dinner at this restaurant where I found the use of pallets as a light fixture to be an interesting choice. And it's one of these microbreweries, so we had to get a sampler there, a little sampler of what they had. Yeah, this was the temperature yesterday when I got here. I was like, oh, it was like that all day. It was just beautiful. 101 degrees back at home in Dallas. It's just beautiful. Anyway, work's been going good. I like to travel. If anybody is curious what my life is like as a facility manager, this is a little bit of a breakdown of this is my to-do list right now. And I have more on my plate than probably I'm being paid to do because this is a lot. But I like it. I like being thrown into the thick of so many issues. So I'm working on just a ton of projects right now. I've got like over 80 huge projects going on and trying to organize it. So I started organizing my to-do list today and breaking it up in categories and trying to just clear my head because there's just so much going on. There's not enough time in the day, hardly, to just address all of the issues. But I like that. I guess I like the busyness of it. It's like I guess it's like a strategy video game, just real life, which ties into that theme of us being in a simulation. Tons of projects. So looking for cost saving initiatives all over the place. And with any luck, I will have saved them 10 times what they're paying me. Then I can argue for a little bit more, I suppose. Here's a little bit of art that my daughter did recently. Share that. I'm just scrolling through the pictures on my phone at this point. So the second to the left is my artist daughter when she was in high school, and her sister to the right, and then their friends to the left. And my house renovation project still continues. Every weekend I'm up there. Got new floors laid, putting down I didn't lay the floors, paid somebody that, but I'm doing all the baseboard work, putting in new bathrooms, sinks, cabinets, countertops, faucets, toilets, all brand new. The painting, just last week we got the chainsaw out and trimmed a whole bunch of trees, and my son's been working with me, and in the end of July he's going to move into that house and rent it. So it'll be good to be done with that. As a reward, my son and I decided we're going to have a little fun project where we're going to build a gaming PC. Just something to reward ourselves for all the hard work of this house. We're going to buy all the components super cheap, but they're going to be really good too. They're going to be good. So the goal is this thing should cost far less than buying one already made. And it's fun. It's right in line with his interest. He's an electrical engineer, so that'll be fun. But I guess doing the house has been fun too. It's fun to fix it up and get it transformed. All right, I guess that pretty much sums up. And this is an aerial shot of where my artist daughter lives. The blue house is hers. And I guess there's not much else. I wish I had some good, interesting Mandela Effect story to tell you, but I don't. Nothing exciting there. But please post your comments about things that you come across, like those YouTube videos, and like to talk about it. And Ernie's got a story he wants to tell too, but I'll have to get him on the phone and do that, and we can talk about his little experience that he had with. It's pretty mind blowing. So I'll put that out as a teaser. Y'all got to come back and hear him talk about a recent experience that he said we could do it on my channel. We'll just record a phone call. But all right, that's all I got. I guess I'm gonna, I don't know, watch TV. I don't know. Y'all have a good night. God bless.